everybody, and welcome to week 12 of Jet2holidays virtual knowledge session. So just before we get started, a few little guidelines to make sure that this session runs smoothly and effectively, which I'm just going to run over with you now. So this session is going to last around 30 minutes long, and both myself and Georgie are going to take you through today's session. It's vital that throughout this session that you remain muted, just so that we can keep it forward. We're going to be doing a Q&A at the end, and the chat function is available throughout for you to ask questions. So if you can send your questions directly to me, that'd be great. To do this, you'll find the chat function at the bottom of your screen and change everyone to my name, Bryony at Jet2holidays. That will just make sure that your questions come straight to me. And lastly, we really love having your feedback here at Jet2holidays. So after today's session, we are going to be sending out a feedback form. So if we could ask you to complete that, that'd be brilliant. Thank you. So just to have a look at what we are going to cover off in today's session, we're going to have a look at the latest updates. We're going to tell you about our 2 fabulous competitions that we've just launched. We've got some agent holiday feedback, as well as a Jet2holidays Trade team holiday review that myself and Georgie have just returned from.
Fab, thank you, Bryony. So first up then, let's take a look at our latest updates. So here at Jet2holidays, we like to give you the full package perks plus a great deal more. So now we've launched an extra £100 per person off summer 21 getaways. This is an auto discount, and you will be instructed along the booking path on the Jet2holidays Trade site on how to include this. Be quick though to make sure that you're advertising these fantastic savings, as there's less than 40,000 places left available. Also, you asked and we listened. We have now added 1 million extra free trial places for summer 21. This is the perfect time to be advertising family package and holidays and receiving the fantastic Jet2holidays deals for your customers. Not only that, for summer 21, we have our rebook promo codes, which are still applicable until the end of September. So you've got the rebook 60, which is applicable on summer 21 and winter 21-22 departures. And you've got the rebook 100, which is applicable on what's left of summer 20 and winter 2021. Speaking of winter, it is a smaller market compared to summer. However, we are hoping our key destinations will be back up and running. Fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed for us as well, guys. It's a great opportunity, as summer 20 hasn't been as we've all expected. So we are sure that there will be customers looking for that winter escape. You may have seen our CEO, Steve Heapy, on Travel Weekly earlier this week, explaining how we forecast the winter market to be a very late booking market. And building customer confidence is going to be key to grab the winter getaways. I know I've travelled a few times this year myself, as Bryony's just mentioned. We've just come back off holiday, and I am still looking for that winter break myself, because I've missed out on 4 holidays compared to last year, so I'm one of them last-minute winter bookers as well. And at Jet2holidays, we offer a range of beach and city destinations through the winter months to ensure that we deliver a fantastic product range to suit all customers. We are extending our summer programme slightly for some of the destinations such as Turkey, which will mean that we are going to be flying there for longer than usual to ensure that we're hitting into all of the markets. We also offer the Canary Islands for the winter sunshine, as well as the main cities of Europe. They're all available with us. Obviously subject to that travel advice. So just make sure that you're being honest and open with your customers, giving them the up-to-date travel requirements to ensure that they have that perfect winter break. It's a great season to start promoting on all marketing channels, as these deals are like never before. I know I'm definitely going to be looking at snapping one up myself. And let's not forget, because it is late, your customers will be paying their holiday in full, which means that you'll get the commission straight into your back pocket. So what are we waiting for? Let's get advertising them winter holidays now.
Great. So as I said before, we have launched 2 exciting competitions that we're just going to talk through with you now. So these competitions have been designed with you in mind to help draw in that new business for you. So we've got our first one, which is something to shout about. This is our fabulous home workers competition that went live on Friday last week. And so far, we've had a number of entries already. So the aim again is to get as much engagement as possible from likes, shares and comments. Share this engagement success with us to be in a chance for winning some amazing prizes. So head on over to our Facebook P2S page or the trade site to find out about this in more detail. And then also we've got our high street competition, and this is now also in full swing, and it's all about bringing life back into the local high street by dressing up your store with all things Jet2holidays, giving you the chance to win a radio advert. So far we've had some fab entries, so make sure you've submitted your amazing windows display to be in a chance of winning this fab prize. We want you to be creative and show us something we've not seen before, so make sure you've got that most eye-catching window in the town advertising that you're a Jet2holidays booking centre. So with both these competitions, we look forward to receiving your entries, and good luck guys! And then just to move on to our quick update on some travel updates that we've sent out in the last week. So all of these destinations now, we have suspended the flying. So we've got the Algarve, which is up to and including the 26th of September. We've got Crete and Zante, which is all holidays up to and including the 31st of October. And we've got the Canary Islands, which is all holidays up to and including the 26th of September. So all of these destinations, it will be an automatically cancellation with a full refund being issued along with the cancellation invoice. The refund will show on your next statement, so there's no action required by the travel agent. Customers that are already in resort can continue to enjoy their holidays, and we will be in touch with them regarding their flights back to the UK. So as a final point on this one, if you haven't already, please make sure that you are signed up to the trade email database just to make sure that you are receiving these latest updates as soon as they hit.
Fab, so now you've seen some of the latest updates, let's take a look at some agent feedback. Autumn is just around the corner, and after what has been a difficult and uncertain time this year, we want to share with you some feedback from you, our independent travel agent partners, of when you've travelled on holidays with Jet2holidays in summer 2020. So we gathered this information by asking a series of questions around the airport, flight and the overseas experience. And as you will see, our agent partners have given us 5 out of 5 on their holiday experience, which is great to see that our agent partners are enjoying their experience just like our direct customers. It's fantastic to see that we are still getting these fantastic reviews even during a global pandemic. So first up then, Gemma has just returned last month from Turkey and gave her overall holiday experience a 5-star. As you can see on the screen here are some of Gemma's comments, but to highlight some of the key ones, Gemma found the flights were fantastic, and that the resort that she travelled to were adhering to the COVID-19 guidelines, including temperature checks, sanitisers available throughout, and masks were worn by the hotel staff. A comment that Gemma made that really stood out to myself when I was looking through these, where Gemma said, Jet2holidays made holidaying so easy despite being in the middle of a global pandemic. So it's safe to say Gemma really enjoyed her holiday at the Green Nature Diamond Resort in Marmaris.
Good stuff. And then we've got Julia from Holidays by Design in Cleethorpes, who travelled to Corfu back in early August and really enjoyed her experience. A few key points Julia mentioned were the tech service made them feel looked after as they were kept updated throughout before they travelled and to the return journey as well. The COVID-19 guidelines were widely adhered to by the hotel, and overall the journey was seamless. Again, Julia rated her experience a 5 out of 5.
And Claire from Premier Travel has recently returned from Cos, like Bryony and myself, and Claire gave her overall experience a 5-star. As you can see on the screen here, Claire had a fantastic experience and found that the hotel and resort adhered to the COVID-19 guidelines. Claire said the customer helpers were lovely and recommended a perfect trip for them. As you can see there, seems like things are still normal overseas.
And then we've got Gay from Waltham Abbey Travel. She's just returned from the Sea Star Hotel in Turkey. I actually spoke to Gay on the phone this morning, and she has since booked 3 of her customers to this hotel since returning. So fair to say that she enjoyed herself. But Gay's comments were, she said that the holiday had a seamless service, and again found the tech service was especially good, and gave them all the links to the relevant travel requirements. So again, rated the experience a 5 out of 5.
And last but not least, Donna from Jet2Travel thoroughly enjoyed her stay at the Rainbow Park Hotel in Zante and gave the overall journey comments by saying it was easy and smooth from start to finish. So it's great to see, as you've seen here from the travel agent reviews, that the experience of travelling in summer 2020 has been positive. And it's great to be getting customers back on the planes and enjoying Jet2holidays as they know and trust. A big point that stood out to us when we were getting these reviews back were the agents mentioning the SMS service. So if any of you don't already do so, please make sure you're providing us with the customer's emergency contact phone number and email address at the time of booking. This means then we can contact the customer before they travel to ensure that they have all of the relevant travel requirements for the destination that they're travelling to. We can also keep them updated, so when they land into resort, they'll receive a text message with the emergency contact number while they're overseas. And also transfers, we are texting out to the customer 3 days before they come home to give them the transfer time of where at the hotel and when the transfer will be there. So it is vital you're providing us with the customer's contact details to ensure that we can provide this amazing service that you, our travel agent partners, are rated highly.
Fab. So now we've had some amazing reviews from our agent partners, let's take a look at our holiday review. So if you didn't know already, because I think we've name dropped it a few times now, Georgie and myself were lucky enough to travel to Cos at the end of August. So we're excited to share our experience with you today. So we flew out from Leeds Bradford Airport. When we arrived at the airport, we found that there was plenty of Jet2holidays team around, and they were there to direct us and greet us with that famous smile. The only difference was they had their masks on, of course. On board, we found that everything ran as seamlessly as usual. Say, the only real noticeable difference on board was that everyone was wearing their masks. We had pre-booked our meals, so we had the full menu choice available to us that we chose from before we travelled. So we tucked into our tasty meals shortly after takeoff. Also, prior to leaving the UK, we made sure we'd completed our necessary entry requirement forms for Greece. So we used the link that was provided on the trade site, so it made this process really simple and easy to make sure that this was done. And then on arrival into Cos, we were greeted by the smiley customer helpers who were there to welcome us and direct us to our coach transfer. We kept our Jet2holiday masks on throughout the transfer, which of course me and Georgie lapped up as we both love a bit of Jet2holidays branding.
Yeah, so as you can see on the screen, we love a bit of Jet2holidays branding there. We stayed at the Sunshine Hotel in Tagaki, which is a small family room hotel with just 68 rooms, and we were on an all-inclusive basis. When we pulled up at the hotel, we dropped off on our coach transfer, and we were greeted by the lovely guy on reception. Before we entered the hotel, they were asking us to use hand sanitizer, and then upon entering the building, we social distanced from other people that were checking in as well. We were sat down and asked to fill out the check-in forms. Once we filled out the check-in forms, we were taken over to the reception desk, where it was all very clean, very modern, and contemporary, and they were really professional with the masks on, making sure that they checked us in and gave us everything that we needed for our stay. The staff were constantly on hand and were some of the friendliest staff that we've ever come across, and you could really sense that they were grateful to have us there. As you know, this season's been a bit shorter for Greece, as many destinations, and it's been vital for them to get some sort of tourism over there, and they couldn't have done enough for us. We were on the all-inclusive basis, as we mentioned, and it worked really well. There was plenty of food choice to choose from, and you were able to see all of the choice just from behind a clear screen. And the food was served up to us at the buffet, so it was a little local taverna that was part of the hotel complex, and that's where we got the food from every day, and it was absolutely fantastic, spotlessly clean. We couldn't fault it. On entry and exit to the restaurant, hand sanitising stations were available, and they were encouraged for use for every guest entering. And all of the hotel staff wore masks around the hotel in all of the public areas. Even the cleaners, when they were coming to do your room, they were wearing the face masks as well. So as I mentioned, everything was kept very clean and there was plenty of space around the public areas such as the pool and restaurants so that we could keep our distance. And overall it was a gorgeous hotel where I'm sure that most of your customers will have a very happy holiday too.
Good. And then in the resort itself, we found that everything was open. Overall, it was a chilled, perhaps a little bit quieter than you'd expect for this time of year, but as you can see from the snaps there was definitely enough atmosphere there to ensure that we still had a really fun holiday. The beach in the resort is simply beautiful. It's perfect for families. You could walk really far out before it got deep. There were plenty of sunbeds as well along the beach that were available to hire as well, so you could spend all day at the beach and be quite happy. As you can see from the picture there as well, we did hire a Jimmy Jeep for the day, so we made the most of our time there and definitely explored the must-see sites of Cos Island. As we said, we were on an all-inclusive basis, but we did get a good deal. We could afford to spend a little when we were on holiday, and we did treat ourselves to a few little meals out as well. So we dined in a few of the Greek restaurants and definitely enjoyed a traditional Greek gyros or two. Or three. Overall, despite it travelling during a global pandemic, we felt safe in and around the resort and on the island of Kos as a whole.
Yeah, we definitely did. We had a fantastic holiday, as you can tell from the pictures here. And not that we wanted to think about it, but coming home, 3 days before we were coming home, we were notified via text of our return transfer time. And this was also displayed on the notice board in the reception area. We found that there was plenty of space on the coach transfers, and when it came to the return flight, after a week of Greek food, we spiced it up on the plane and enjoyed a peri-peri chicken meal. On arrival back into the UK, everything ran really smoothly. We had already completed our UK entry forms, which we were notified via SMS, reminding to get these filled out. So these were checked and we went straight through border control. And our cases were on the carousel within minutes, and unfortunately, the week went a bit quick and our holiday was then over. But in summary, both the outwards and return journey were some of the best that we've actually had. The whole experience was smooth, seamless and safe, with everything running in traditional Jet2holidays style. And as you can see, and to show how much I actually had a good time over there, I'm actually travelling to Turkey on Monday to get some more sunshine before I snap up my winter deal. So now let's take a look at social media. You've heard enough about mine and Bryony's holiday, so Bryony will take you through our social media.
Yeah, we'll move on quickly because Georgie's not actually taking me to Turkey with us, so we've enough talking about that. So, as we said earlier on, if you aren't already signed up to our trade database, please make sure that you are doing so, just to make sure you've got all the latest updates from us. Another way you can stay in touch with us is on our social media pages. So we've got our Facebook channel there, which is Partners to Success. You'll find us on Instagram at P2SPics. We also have a YouTube channel which has got plenty of video content on there which you're welcome to share on your social media pages to your customers at Partners to Success. And lastly, we've got our Twitter handle which is P2S Twits.